walk as the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown.
Hello and welcome to Dad's Draft, and it's time to do another traditional draft of the Edge of Eternities. Loving this set so far. Let's see if we can open a can of ass whooping. Now I hope to be on the giving end of the ass whooping, but it depends on many factors. I might as well be on the receiving end of the ass whooping anyway. I hope you will join me. If you like what I do, feel free to click some of those buttons because it really helps me out. And if you have any feedback from me, also feel free to let me know because I'm eager to learn. And let's see if we can get through this queue quickly. Alright, well that was quite the queue. I forgot to say especially welcome to my one new subscriber, which brings the total to 169, which is, well, a lot more than I had expected. So I'm very, very thankful for all the support, all the questions, all the following and things, you know. Let's just keep this train going and hope that now it will actually pop. Otherwise I have to edit this part out as well. I did have one thing. If you look at my bar, the loading thing, it's going very shocky. It's like every 2 seconds there's a small delay in my game. And I have quite a good gaming PC. I don't want to brag. But I'm just wondering if there's any people here with the same problem. Where you just... where you have this laggy thing. It's not the internet, it's just the game itself. If you do, please do let me know. And if you had it and you fixed it, please also do let me know. Anyway, let's see what we get to work with. There's Terra Symbiosis, which is good if you are already in the +1/+1 counter thing. But other than that, I'm not sure if it's supported enough. There is a Godma, which is absolutely beast. Icecave, Crasher, Wayfarer, very strong green cards in this pack. Relic, of course, also nice. Sami, I must say, is pretty decent as well. The whole have 2 tapped creatures is very easy to do because of the station ability. But I'm going to take the Godma, of course, because it's an absolute unit. This bad boy kind of ruined my last games. What was it with the player in event? The opponent played this on turn 8. I think he played this. He played a land. He had not a lander token. Well, I was just dead. So I'm going to go for the Godma, but also noticing that I'm skipping some pretty decent cards here. Now, this dude is pretty good if you are in artifacts, of course. This monitor, I had 2 of them in my real life draft, and it was a lot of fun. But I want to stay in green, and I'm going to pick this Diplomatic Relations over the Grove Strider. I know the Grove Strider is pretty good, especially because of the Ward 2. So it takes a few turns, most of the times, for the opponent to kill it. Unless the opponent plays black, which has cheap removal spells. But I'm going to take the Diplomatic Relations and see if we can stay at least in green. Okay, pretty decent blue cards also. Overall a reasonable pack. Tractor Beam is good. Maneuvers, I like that as well. The question, however, is do I want to keep cutting green? Or do I already want to go into a second color? I think the Maneuvers is probably the better of them all. Though it's probably close with the Tractor Beam. I'm not sure if we will have any spacecrafts, but other than that, 2 mana instant speed, 3 damage is already pretty decent. So I'm going to take the Maneuvers here. Still some reasonable blue cards. Now the question is, do I go Crasher or Terra Botanist? Both of them decent. There's also a late Graph Kill, but it's the only black card I see. So that doesn't give me a clear sign that black is open. I think when in doubt, take the 2-drop. So I'm going to take this Terra Botanist. It's for 2 mana good stats, but I hope to get 1 or 2 Crashers. Okay, so now it's not getting a lot better. The blue one is especially good if you have artifacts going on. Well, we're not doing that. Annul is okay, but that would put us in blue-green, which is not the worst. Nutrient block is also decent if you have some sacrifice stuff, which I don't think we're going to do. And this Colossus is just very often just a 5-mana 5/5, which I'm not very impressed by. For me, it's going to be the Annul or the Radiant Strike. And I guess I go for the Annul, because I prefer to play blue-green, and blue seem more open than white. So I'll just move this aside, not yet sure what we're going to do now. If you want to do many colors, you can play this, but other than that, I would not take it. Bombard is decent, but there's also this Relic, which I like. Bombard is a good card, but so is the Relic. I'll play the Relic. Interesting. We're not in those colors, so we're definitely not going to do that. I think this is a good sideboard card, so I will take it. So now there's the Burst, which I will gladly take. And overall black seems pretty contested. Now there's the Crasher. I don't think I have enough or will have enough things with counters to make this Terra Symbiosis good. So I'll just take the Crasher. It's a safe pick. Modulation is okay if you want to be control-y. Guess I'll take the Skittermaw, but Divert Disaster very late, that's a good sign. Okay, so I think we're definitely going into blue-green. All we need is some way to ramp a bit and to maintain control until we get to the Godmaw. So I see no ramp in this pack. There's no way to get lander tokens. We did have quite some good green cards in the first pack, but we got the Cave Crasher, and we didn't get the 3-mana dude that makes a lander token. We already have one Relic. I think I'm going to go for the Blast here. Might is also decent, but especially if you have some, what is it, top end things going on. Because you can rely each opponent, yeah. I think this is a pretty good card, but we're not in black, and I don't think I want to go into black. Overall, a pretty underwhelming pack. Maybe I'll go for the Pollinator. I should put this on the tune, like Gene Pollinator. I can ask AI to do that for me. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Terra Botanist. But overall, decent cards, but not in our colors. Okay, there's a Mechanozoa, which I like, but also Relations. And I'm going to take this Relations. And now I think we're good on removal. We have the Relic, we have the Annul into Relations. Now I'll take the the Meltstrider. I'm going to take this. Maybe we'll pick up more ways to put counters, but I don't want to build around it. And if not, it's just a 3/3 with upside. Another Relations very late, but there's also this Predator, which can be a devastating 4-drop if the opponent goes wide. So I'm going to take it here. Icecave Crasher. I would really love to draw some cards which give me lander tokens. Not seen any of them yet. Also, we don't have to go blue, of course. We could still go into black or red. And it seems like black is open, so I'm just going to take this Broodtender, and maybe we'll get some decent black cards to replace these. There's a Might, which I might play. Pun intended. Terrible pun, I know it. Okay, Monoist is a good card. Another Broodtender. Okay, so we're definitely, I think, going into black-green. Maybe we can find a way to put the Godmaw into our graveyard. So we're looking for some kind of self-mill thing, which we have, of course. And we want to cheat expensive creatures into play. I don't think I need the Zealot. Maybe I should have taken the very late... What is it again? The 5-drop that gives something plus 2/0, and when it dies, return it to the battlefield. I might still pick up some of them, so I am going to take the salad here. Okay, so there's some self-mill. Oh, there's a graph kill. Yeah, I'm going to take the graph kill here. This is one of those removal spells where you don't need to have another creature. And we did get rid of some of our removal since we got rid of blue. Now it was a very late switch, but I think we'll be fine. Slamming this Wayfarer. Loving it. Our 2-drops are good. I think we have enough self-mill. We are creature heavy. Yeah, we just need to get some playables and I think we're good. Maybe another burst to keep our big dudes alive. Warden, do we have anything? Could be okay, but I'll take another burst. Now we need some kind of 5-drop thing and I think we're good. Of course we need more playables, but we can just fill it up. There's a stinger. Kill ship is also decent. Yeah, it's mostly just a 4/4 vigilance. I'm not sure. I'm going to go for the monoist. Another burst, which of course is okay. What do you do? Cheap rewarps, and on that card I play this card, that card. Yeah, it's kind of drying up. Oh, very happy with the Fate Maker. Okay, so I think this is about to be our deck. Now the Eulogist is actually decent as well, but we don't have a lot of cards. Maybe I should remove one of the mites. Oh, I'll play Curiosity. I know it's not the best card, but we are kind of looking to ramp. So if we can actually get a, what is it, a lander token, that would be very good for our deck, I think. And I think our deck is pretty much ready. I don't think we're missing out on anything. I can sideboard the wings. Or a Monoist. Do I have anything I want to replace for the Monoist? I don't think. When this creature becomes tapped. We only have... I'm just not going to play the Might. And maybe the... What is it? This Endurance is a good trick, better than one... I don't think we need more tricks. Let's do it like this. We'll see how it goes. Now, it was a very late switch. But I think playing black-green with 2 of the return from the graveyard stuff is actually very good for us. Let's see what Xander brings us. 2-drop. We could play this on warp if we need. We just need to draw some lands, but we're playing 17 lands, so we should be fine. There we go. Okay. He might kill this with a depressurize. Okay, nothing like that. Okay, opponent's going slow. This is all good. Well, there's Godmaw. I somewhere hope that he will make me discard it at some point. And now we have the Fate Maker. Hope to draw another Forest, so we can keep the burst up for a warped Fate Maker. But seems like we can still attack somewhat. Okay. No land, unfortunately. He needs a lot more. I'll just go Fate Maker. Spread some power, start jamming. I forgot to do something if you miss land drops. Now, the burst also gives reach, which can be pretty significant for us since he has the rammer. Okay, so we might have to sideboard our card into this to kill his monolith. Another security, interesting. Well, he is going aggressively into the whole thing. I think I'll just keep up the graph kill and burst stuff, depending on what he does. If he chooses to kill the Terrabotanist, that would be fine for me, because I will draw a card. And I'm not going to... Okay, so we have to kill that. We could kill many things here. I think we have him. Okay, that's unfortunate. So I'm just going to take this because it doesn't get lifelink. We'll just exile his loosened dude. Excuse me, so my child intervened. I think we still should be able to kill him here. Because we can kill his rammer. And then we can attack, he will block and we'll give it a counter and trample. So I'm sorry about that, but he did some, tragic trajectory stuff in response. So we're still good. Excuse me for being away there for a moment. Children, you know, it happens. So I'm definitely going to sideboard the Shattered Wings because he has quite the impressive artifact which we want to kill. Alright, game number 2. Oh my goodness. Oh, I cannot keep this. Okay, this is better. I'll ditch a land. I hope he doesn't go into the monolith too soon. Seems like he has a removal. Okay, so I'm just going to attack first. I'm not going to play the Wayfarer or the Fate Maker, because I think he's going to kill this in response, maybe. Or depressurize the Wayfarer now, probably. Okay, well, him not playing anything all these turns is pretty big for us. And he still has terrible blocks. So I guess we'll just go Fate Maker Warped. We'll sacrifice the lander token. Next turn we can probably go Fate Maker and Relations, I guess. It's interesting. I'm not sure if there's any people here that actually have children. So we could get that back at instant speed. It's interesting, whenever kids go to bed, it is obvious that they are going through the whole day with what they did and things like that, because they often start asking questions about the day or things that they learned whenever they're in bed. So their mind is actually just busy. Man, we are drawing a lot of lands, which is somewhat annoying. I need to draw some action here, or it's going to be very, very annoying for us. I mean, we ditched a 6-lander, and now we're already at 2, 4, 6, 8 lands. Yeah, that's a good card. Yeah, this is not going well. So we can deal 4 to the opponent. Okay. Come on, give me something. That is something. So this should be 4 damage. Depending on what he does. Man, that is very annoying. Do we still kill it? I think I have to keep the graph kill for when he starts to do a swing or something. Then we'll kill the stalker. Block his robot, perhaps. Kinda hope he doesn't have anything to play. Oh. When it dies. Oh, dude. This is so annoying. Yeah, we can get there. I mean, we have 9 lands by now. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent chooses a creature you control and exiles at the beginning of your end step. If a player controls no creature, sacrifice it. Yeah. Well, we don't have any more artifact and enchantment removal, unfortunately. Let's just see if we can prevent our creatures from dying, pretty much. And hopefully draw a Godmaw or something. Okay, Broodtender is also decent. Godmaw. No Godmaw. Oh wait. You control dies. Yeah, so I don't want his creatures to die. But my creatures dying is fine. Yeah, we just got to find our Godmaw, I think. Or maybe another removal spell. But he's just going to play the Enhancer, enhance his stuff. And we cannot keep taking damage here. Okay, another Crasher. That is at least something. I mean, it's not a lethal swing, but as long as we keep going wide as well, we still have a chance. Okay, so he's at 4 permanents. $11 lands already. So there's 6 in these 20 cards. You'd think that we will draw at least some kind of action instead of, well, lands. Maybe I should just play 16, as I usually do. Okay. Do we have lethal? Each opponent chooses a creature they control and exiles it. I don't think we have lethal. This is a sorcery. We cannot take many more hits. We have to destroy his enchantments. Maybe that'll help. We're going to take 8. Or we're going to take 10 actually. Kind of surprised that he... We're just going to go for the swing, see what he does. Oh, he's going to gain 3 life. Well, okay, good game. He's not going to gain 3 life. Incredibly swamped there. Probably going to regret this, but I'm going to do 16 lands because that just happened. And we do have some lander tokens which make it easier to at least hit your land drops. But I mean, I think if we had drawn a bit more action, we would have gotten there, but we drew the 4 drops a bit too late. And we don't have a lot of card draw in our deck, like the monolith that the opponent has. Pretty sure that he was in our same pool, considering he has the mythic, which eventually we could have taken because we ended up in black-green. Maybe I should have considered black-green sooner. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's keep going. We at least get to choose that we're on the play. And now we're just lacking lands, of course, which is classic. But we get to hit for 2, which is something. Okay, we get to hit for a bit more. But yeah, we've got to hope that he goes wide so we can play this for 4. This would have been a forest otherwise. Okay. So we can kill his Tezzeret. Let's just do that, I think. Because I don't know what he has, but I think Tezzeret is going to be annoying. Well, that's not the end of the world. Him using that on a 2-mana creature. That's very, very good. Just going Crasher. Could make this into a 5/5 if it's better for the board state. Oh, yeesh. The lifelink is going to be very annoying. We have to find something. Of course, we have the sorcery, which we can use. He gets 2 robots. Yeah, this is dreadful. Maybe the 2-mana trick would work. And now let's just hope he doesn't have any removal. Since he already used it on the Terra Botanist. But he probably does. Now, if we survive this turn, I want to keep up the Dark Endurance like permanently. Burst is also decent. But he's probably just going to tap it. But we do untap it when so unfortunately we cannot kill it because he will going to use it on a crasher because he's going to use the security anyway. And now he has a lot of tapped creatures, and maybe there's a way for us to still get there. Maybe with trample damage or whatever. But this is not looking good. Okay. If everything dies now, he doesn't have lethal. Maybe we can push through enough, so it'll take 6. Wow, I think we have him here. It has trample. Oh, please don't have anything. Yeah. Maybe that was a misplay actually. I have to watch them. I have to watch it back. If I already had lethal, I should have just let it happen and then wait for him to do his spell. Ah, okay. Maybe I threw that. I have to watch that back. If I had lethal already, I shouldn't have played the card yet. Oh man, that feels bad. Okay, well, let's just keep going here. It's looking okay. Eulogist into Fate Maker is actually pretty decent. And now the Fate Eulogist is actually pretty good for us. Of course he can counter it. But I didn't have anything else to play, so we still have enough playables. We'll see. He can just keep countering if he wants. Okay. If it survives... Okay, it doesn't survive. Let's just keep rolling them out. You'd think that at some point one of them will survive. Okay. So that will be on 3 of 7. Wow. Seems like he has a lot of removal spells. Dirtcraft is online already. Would like a land here. Okay. I'll keep up the burst. Oh man, the other game is still in my mind. Yeah, and it's affecting my gameplay as well. Guess we'll go for another burst here, probably on the Dirge Craft, because that will make his escort a 2-4, or what is it, a 0-4 actually. I'll take 5, but I hope it's about everything that we take here. But this will be a problem. Oh, that will be an even bigger problem. He draws 2 cards. So yeah, I should put my kill flying creatures back into the main board. Oh, that was stupid, by the way. Oh man. Should have put it on a Wayfarer because the Monoist is going to die anyway. Man, these are not my best games. I'm sorry about this. The mind games are very annoying. I keep going off inside my head, did I have lethal? So I'll check it after this game. If I made a misplay, which cost me dearly. But it's not my best. I'm not best at putting stuff like that behind me easily. And so I make misplays. Now we could still win if we top deck a land, I think. Because everything... Yeah, I don't know, by the way. It's about all we can do. I don't think it's enough. I also don't think we have anything for the Riddler in our main board. Well, that might... No, it's not enough. If he attacks with both, we're dead. So let's just assume that we're dead. Yeah, he's going to attack anyway. Okay, so let's put the Shattered Wings back in and see if it can work any magic. I'm sorry, Godma, but I can still shuffle him to anywhere else in the deck once I sacrifice a lander token, which I will. Find ourselves a forest. Turn 3 wave, what is it? Icecave Crasher is pretty strong, and if he kills it we can return it with the Broodtender. Okay, that's fine. We'll just go Broodtender, see what we mill. Well, do I? I don't think so. I'll just keep this up. I'm going to keep up the Swamp because I want to have a definite land drop. And I'm pretty sure that I won't be drawing lands for the upcoming few turns. So I assume he has some kind of something. Yep. Still takes 5. Nothing big to return, unfortunately. And I'll just give this double trample. We have a removal spell. And we can always sacrifice the Broodtender if at some point we have too much mana. Yeah, I'm not going to sacrifice him just yet. He's probably going to play the Mechanozoa, if he at least curves out with his lands, which we can kill. But then of course we do little to no damage. So let's just go wide. This Zealot is not amazing in our deck, but at least it makes it so that every removal spell that the opponent plays is worse, simply because we can sacrifice in response. Opponent is not tapped out, unfortunately. And he's playing blue, so playing the diplomatic relations is risky. But we don't have any good attacks. So maybe this is the moment where we sacrifice the Broodtender into the Fate Maker. And then make this able to trade, I guess. Somewhere I still hope he taps out. Well, at least his blue is all tapped. So that's good news. I'm going for the Drix as well. If he has Depressurize, he cannot kill it, of course. But he has a rare, which is very painful. He is definitely turning the corner here. And I have to play this land. Well, it feels like he's turning the corner. He's probably just going to attack, or I mean, he can take 3. He should probably crew that up. I don't think he's going to. Let's just try it. Okay, he has no counter spell. He used quite some removal spells on our small stuff. 2 graph kills, an Arch Enemy's Charm, and the Tractor Beam. So I kind of hope that was all. But I fear it's not. If he does something, I hope he destroys it and not exiles it, because we have another Broodtender with which we can return it at instant speed. Okay, we knew he had the Riddler. Seems like he drew an answer. That's not what we need. I have to find some kind of thing here, so I don't care about the lander token anymore. Burst is also not good here. We lost all of our bodies, so guess we'll just be top decking until we find the Broodtender. At least we can block now. Man, look at this removal. Well, you can just play mono bombs and a lot of removal spells, and I think you would still be good. We can jump. Six flying. Yeah, I don't see ourselves coming back from this, to be honest. Just too much removal. And that doesn't help. I'm going to keep up the land because in case... Okay. Oh, I should have surveilled, of course. Guess I'll take 14. Now, if we top deck the Broodtender, I think we can still maybe swing for lethal, but I'm not sure. Icecave Crasher is not enough. Yeah, it doesn't matter, we're just dead. Yeesh! Okay. Well, this might be one of my first 03 games with the basic draft. So I watched my first game back quickly and I actually threw the game there because I had lethal on the swing. I shouldn't have done anything and wait for him to shoot his focus fire, and then I could have done it in response and we would have won. So always do your math, children. Me too, I should do my math. I will remember that for a while. We had exactly 13 damage, I think, and the opponent was exactly at 13 life. Yeah. Why do you use a trick if you don't need it? It's just... Oh well. Let's just see if we can win this for the honor. But that's about everything. To be honest, I don't think it's the best deck I've ever drafted to. Yep. Yellow. Opponent plays blue. We draw land, which is lovely. So either we go wings or probably warp the Fate Maker. Yeah. I'm just going to warp the Fate Maker anyway, simply because I want to use my mana. And there's the next land, so this is looking good. We top deck 2 lands while we needed it, so let's see if I can keep it up. I'm not going to sacrifice the Fate Maker for Surveil, of course. I'm going Crasher into Fate Maker, I think. And considering he's playing blue, I think this is a removal spell anyway, either for a Mechanozoa later on or for the whale. But let's just keep going. Crasher. Depends on what his 4-drop is. I wonder if that's everything. I cannot imagine it is. Ooh. So I think we actually play this one now. I'm going to play the Fate Maker Excuse me, my wife walked in, which is fine, by the way. She's back from the gym. The Fate Maker, because this gives my Zealot trample, and it seems like he's in a position that he just has to jump or do unfortunate blocks, and by giving the counter, I think this does enough. And if he plays the Whale now, or the Grove Strider, no, we cannot kill that. We can trade with it. So, do we have lethal? I think we do. We play the relations on the Fate Maker. Yeah, we do have lethal. He might have 1 mana spell though, but then he's still tapped out. Now he has 0 mana. Okay. Off to game 2. So, as I said previously, if you have any feedback for me, leave it if you want. I don't need any more people rubbing in the fact that I made a mistake in the first game, because I'm already saddened deeply by it. I'm going to get rid of the land because we have the curiosity to find us more lands, and we will probably top deck some more. But we don't have to sacrifice the lander just yet. I'll go Terra Botanist into Wayfarer, and then we'll see from there. Would like to use this for a landfall trigger. Okay. Opponent does have something. So I'll just not play the Wayfarer. I'll sacrifice the lander token now. Still has the mana up. I think I would prefer for him to counter the Crasher if he has a counter spell. Wow, he has no counter spell. Well, this is not looking good for him. Good game. Well, that was a somewhat sad last game, but we did manage to win. But this could have been a 2-1 instead of a 1-2, which I will take to bed with me and probably have a few nightmares over. Anyway, I hope you still enjoyed the content. If you did, feel free to click some buttons, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.
Grab the card, shuffle dreams in the palms. Dad's drafts roll heavy, we bombing like Psalms. Stacks on the table, strategies to flex. Running these lines like counterspell checks. Dad drafts in the zone, pulling rares from the throne. Mana on the stack, magic seeds we've sown. From poppers to planeswalkers, the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown.